PJ, can you just first of all talk about where your health is at and how good it felt to get out there and be able to move around and do what you know how to do, and without the limitation of being with a nagging injury.
My health right now, I'm at 100%. Feel good. Over Christmas break, got a lot of rehabbing and a lot of resting. So right about now, I'm 100%. It's just good to be back.
Looked like you're on a mission today. But I loved your work on the boards and inside. That's been lacking at times this season. So I thought it was a big boost for the team. You talk about that.
Oh yeah. Well, they look for me to bring energy to the team. So that's what I do. Try to come in and get some offensive rebounds, putbacks to get me going. Also get the team hype and going. So that's what I try to bring energy to the team. So it's pretty good.
A tough loss.
Oh yeah.
All the way around the second half. So that helps a lot, I would think.
Yeah, it was a big slap in the mouth. We had a terrible second half, and today we just wanted to come out and play both halves like we did the first half yesterday. So.
I think you were down 13 in the second half. Then went
a
big run, like a 28-8 run. What do you think was the difference there?
Well, we got caught in a lot of screens. Gave they shooters too many open looks, and just all that, just lack of communication, not talking. What we did in the locker room, we all talked about, we got to get out there, get on the same page, and that's pretty much what we did. Second half, talked, and that helps a lot. So.
Rek, what did you see there? What was the turning point there in that second half?
I thought committing to our defensive pressure. They overall that the last probably 12 minutes of the game, I didn't think they had too many uncontested looks, at least from the perimeter, and the ones they had were hurried. We gave them one, I think, pretty good look that they happened to miss late, but I thought our ball pressure intensity in the full court, we were doing a better job of jumping to the ball and just stunting at them and making them a little indecisive on some things, and just we had to make stops, and that we just couldn't keep bleeding points. And again, the second game in a row that we've struggled offensively, where we felt like we had pretty good opportunities and didn't finish. The first half we gave up 19 points off of our turnovers. I mean, we averaged less than 12 turnovers a game and had 12 in the first half that converted to 19 points. We felt, as a coaching staff, pretty good of only being down 6 with shooting less than 40% from the field and giving them 19 points. So that's one of the big things we talked about at halftime. The first thing we talked about was got to take care of the ball, and the turnovers were indecisive, not very confident with the ball. I mean, Jermaine had 2 uncharacteristic turnovers, and just on simple passes where we're back on our heels. And we only had 3 in the second half. They only had 3 points off of our turnovers, so that allowed us to close that gap up. I think it was 13 points with 12 minutes to go or something like that, and still a 10-point game because we whittled it back, and then they scored again to make it a 10-point game with 9 minutes to go. And it felt like we'd make a decent play on the offensive end and do a pretty decent job defensively, and then somebody else would knock in a 3. And but through it all, we did a much better job of converting off of their turnovers in the second half, not just bleeding points. And you look at what we did rebounding wise and getting to the free throw line, that made up for a lot. I mean, it felt like we missed a lot of free throws, which for us we did. Most teams would love to shoot 76% from the free throw line, 22 for 29. But our fans and our team is so used to making, we're shooting over 80% as a team, or right at 80% as a team from the free throw line. So that it felt like we missed more than that. But that's still a pretty solid job, like I said, from the line. So I just thought the overall energy and effort was the biggest thing.
I know Jermaine came with some really big points in that run. I thought it really carried you in that run, and PJ did a great job inside all games. We can talk about Jermaine's second half, then PJ's coming in healthy and having the kind of game he did.
Well, that's one of the things that we've really missed this year, or anticipated coming into this year with PJ. He's one of our best with everybody we have, one of our best on-ball defenders. He's so strong, moves so well laterally, has very good feet, and then has a knack for the basketball. So that's a huge part of what we want to do, and it's just been tough for him because he's been out for so long. Then start the year off after being out so long, and then have injury that keeps him from playing full speed and keeps him from practicing. So 6 for 9 from the field, and I'm trying to think of any that you had off of a catch. I think they were pretty much all off of offensive rebounds. And that's huge. And, Jermaine in the second half, huge 3 out top, but more defensively. Getting locked in and stunting. Nick did a good job. Nick and I think Jermaine off the ball in the second half, whether it was in the full court or in the half court, did a much better job stunting at the ball and slowing up that dribble and making them indecisive on things.
PJ, can you just talk about, it's got to feel rewarding because you've had to wait around, and you've had that injury, and you haven't been yourself, you've had to sit. Does that drive you crazy having to wait and wait?
Yeah, man.
Patience it took to get to this point.
It takes a lot of patience. I mean, this was an injury that came out of nowhere, and it was real devastating to have. I couldn't be out there with the team to help him. I tried, and I just couldn't go no more. It was just real painful. So I took a lot of time off. The rehab hard to come back, and thank God that I'm healthy right now and I'm back.
The exhibition season or one of the early regular season games? When did it happen?
Well, it happened. No, actually, it happened during our alumni game.
Oh.
Yeah, so this was actually before the season. It happened in just a freak injury.
Right off the bat.
Yeah, I've been playing hurt most of the season, but like I said, the time off, a lot of rehabbing, and thanks to our trainers, getting me back healthy. It took patience, but.
So is this a glimpse of what we might expect? Maybe not
Oh.
every night, but.
Well,
is
I'm
this
every
what you think you're capable of doing?
every night I'm trying to give my all. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to give my all every night.
Brackets apparently never easy against those guys. It's numerous.
Well, I hate to say, I consider myself a pretty optimistic guy most of the time. But I thought Mo did a tremendous job defending that last shot. But I got to tell you, there wasn't a bone in my body that thought he was going to miss it.
Yeah, I know.
As well as he defended. I think of Wes Wilcox and threes that we defended against them late in the game, whether it was them or Tiffin, and found a way to make it. But I liked our tenacity after really a bad play of inbounding the ball when we knew we had a timeout and we throw it to the rim, the worst place you can throw the ball. I just didn't want to burn a timeout that late. Felt like we knew where we needed to go with the ball, and if we had trouble, we could call a timeout. But anyway, to persevere on that and get a win. It does not matter on our record where it says wins and losses how we got it and who we got it against. That doesn't matter. We got to get them one way or another, and we needed this win, obviously, and to win ugly, we'll take it.
Good luck in Ohio.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.